You ain't getting away, Hippo. Not this time. I got you. Hello guys, KaiZerZan here, back with another video. In today's video we're in the Pyotr Bagration, one of the most underrated Russian cruisers at the moment in the game, tier 7, and we're on the map Land of Fire, and it's a domination game mode. I'm in a division with Massachusetts, and before we go any further, let's quickly take a look at the team roster there. As you can see, there's no destroyers, but there is a failed division on the enemy team, a Pensacola and a Colorado, and then a bunch of cruisers and a bunch of battleships to deal with. Alright, so we get the southern spawn just south of Alpha, if we look at the minimap there, and we can see that luckily we don't have a failed division on our team, so that's pretty nice. Alright, so we've got a New Orleans here with us, and hopefully we can make the best of this flank and try and get the A cap as soon as possible here. Yeah, so the Pyotr Bagration, it's got 180mm guns. Very nice guns on the Pyotr Bagration here, or the P-Bag as it's known in the community. Pretty nice cruiser, and recently got buffed as well. But before we get into that details, let's quickly take a little look at the commander that we're using today. Is Ivan B.D. Lightful, and inspired by Norman Scott and Nikolay von Essen for extra accuracy, at range, and also for better penetration angles. Alright, so yeah, let's quickly get into the details of the P-Bag. I believe it got 1,000 extra hit points for the buff, one of its buffs, and then also it got the main buff actually, it got added a radar into it for the 4th slot as a consumable, which it didn't have before. So yeah, before this update, we didn't have radar for the Pyotr Bagration, but now currently we do have radar, which is fantastic. And I hope you guys will be able to see the radar in action later in this video. As there's unfortunately no destroyers in this match, so radaring destroyers won't be that big of an option for us. But it doesn't mean you can't use radar to do other crucial things with. Alright, so we did take our first shots there at the Nagaro, and now we're taking a shot at the Hipper there, seeing he's kiting away, as we watch our New Orleans take some fire from the Hipper there as well. Now, if we look closely there, you'll see on the right hand side there, 2 ships just get spotted, Pensacola, so we know the Colorado is over here as well. And that makes all 3 ships that spawn on this flank. The Pensacola, Colorado, and the Hipper. So luckily we know we don't have to deal with like 2 or 3 battleships over here. It's only a Pensacola with 203mm guns, a Hipper with 203mm guns, and a Colorado with 406mm guns, which can definitely punch through our bow or basically any type of plating we have on our ship. So we need to be careful of the Colorado. Same with the Nagaro, it's got I believe 410mm guns, Japanese accuracy, so we need to be very careful. At range he's got very nice accuracy. So we need to be careful of the Nagaro here, but luckily he seems to be focusing on someone else. But you guys will see as I zoom in, I'm paying very close attention to his turrets, seeing which way his turrets are rotating, which way he's aiming, making sure that my thumb is ready on the accelerator to get going as soon as I see that the Nagaro is looking my way. So we're just chipping out his hit points here, and we're trying to farm him down with AP because he's broadside to us and we see he is on fire. There's no need for us to shoot HE. Our AP will do a lot more damage, and hopefully he will go down soon. As a matter of fact, he already went down, and now we're taking a shot at the Riga there. Very nice. Now also shooting AP, if you look at the minimap there, the Riga was partially broadside, so we do get a very nice hit there. Unfortunately a bunch of overpens, which is very prone to the Pyotr Bagration. It's prone to overpenning, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal, as we do take fire, incoming fire there from the Riga, I believe. And now hopefully we can start working our magic on this side of the map. So we see the Riga's unspotted. He's busy focusing on someone else now at the time of this part of the particular point in the battle. So now we can start working on this Colorado. Now my division mate in the Massachusetts, if you keep an eye on the minimap there, he did flank out to the left as he had very good confidence as there were no destroyers to torpedo him. Only the Hipper with torpedoes, but luckily we all know the Hipper has only 6km torpedoes base range, so we don't have to worry about the Hipper there. Now he did want to go in and brawl, but he uses the island as a cover to creep up closer to the Colorado. And now we start working on this Colorado with AP in the broadside As you guys can see, we're hitting him pretty hard there, pretty decently, and we're also getting resets off him, which is fantastic. Now he's angling back in, so I believe we will be switching to HE shortly here, depending on if we're seeing he's making steady progress forward or if he's keeping that angle towards us. But luckily we do see the hippo is a slightly angle to us and almost broadside, so we do take aim at him there. We get some resets, but we see he's probably running an agile build in his hippo, which is not a bad option for the hippo. It's got very good rudder shift. And with those torpedoes, it's definitely a very decent agile cruiser if you were to run that build on it. Yeah, so now we see the hippo is bow in to us, sorry, not broadside. As we see, he is turning broadside to us now, but our shells will already get there. But unfortunately, with him turning, most of our shells went over him, so we only get 4 overpens there, I believe. Now we're switching to high explosive because we thought he was going to stay bow into us the whole time. And now we're just cutting away, trying to deflect as many shells off our belt as possible, our armor belt, and also trying to dodge as much incoming fire as possible. Alright, so we did shoot our rear gun with HE there at the Colorado, and hopefully we'll get a few resets here. Let's see, yes, one more reset. And now we can use AP again as he is broadside to us. Never underestimate the AP power of a Pyotr Bagration, especially if you're broadside to him in a battleship. Never, it's like the Riga and the Tallinn. You don't want to give broadside to any of these Russian heavies with 180s and bigger guns, especially not when you know when you see that they are shooting AP at you and you think they've got an idea of what they're doing. You don't want to take a chance that they might citadel you. Alright, now this hippo came to brawl with my Massachusetts, my division mate in the Massachusetts, and unfortunately he will go down here pretty soon. I believe he's on the perma flood. He put out two or three fires, and he ate one torpedo of the hippo, and that unfortunately got him with a perma flood, and he couldn't put that out. So unfortunately he went down there, but that's okay. I shall try my best to avenge him and kill this hippo, and then we can try and turn back into the cap, and hopefully we can get our capping points done. Now we managed to score 1 citadel already, 9 resets, 1 fire, and we're already up to 60,000 damage. And yeah, it's not that bad for 7 minutes into the match. Pretty decent start to this match. Alright, so we do see the hippo there. He is accelerating, and I don't think we had enough lead. We were scared our shells might hit the island there, so we didn't lead him quite enough. But that's okay. We're just gonna get, I believe, 1 overpen. Yeah, 1 overpen. Now New Orleans is charging at the hippo here. I don't think that is the smartest idea, as the New Orleans will have a lot of hit points allocated to its superstructure, so the hippo will just shoot AP and HE into its superstructure and be able to kill it, as the New Orleans is already pretty low health. Yeah, it's a very difficult situation that this New Orleans finds himself in, and as you guys will see here, he nearly kills the hippo, and that will there with that salvo nearly killed the hippo. Unfortunately, the hippo killed the New Orleans before he could finish off the hippo there. But that's not to worry. We shall use our 28,000 hit points that we have left and go and make sure we get this hippo. Now we do see the Pensacola was kiting away north of Alpha, but it seems like if you look at the minimap, his last known trajectory, he was pointing south again, so we should assume he was coming back towards the Alpha cap. Now we just gotta wait patiently here for the hippo to show itself, and then we can get the show on the road. Alright, we're spotted. We presume we're spotted by the Pensacola or the hippo, not sure which one. I believe it will be the Pensacola, but we pop radar here to make sure that we get the hippo spotted before he can shoot us. And luckily we do get 5 pens there in the hippo, and now we just aim into a superstructure, and boom, we get him. He won't get away from us again this time. So yeah, the radar is very useful. Don't think that the Pyotr Bagration is still a bad cruiser just because you've heard stories or read stuff on Reddit or whatever. Since it got the radar, it's definitely a decent cruiser. One of my favorites actually. I've liked the P-Bag before it got buffed, and I do like it now a lot more now that it's got radar. So now it's very much more of a versatile cruiser. It's got more utility, and it can help the team hunt down DDs and kill cruisers a lot easier now. As you guys can see here, we're just getting massive overpens on the Pensacola there, but luckily we managed to finish him off there with 1 pen and 1 overpen for our second kill of the match. And yeah, we finally managed to clear this whole flank, and now we can finally cap A in peace. So yeah, so far we're up to 14 resets or defend medals, defend ribbons, and we're up to 81,000 damage. Very nice. Yeah, so now we're just gonna check the team roster here. We see it's a New Orleans, a Brandenburg, and an Iowa left. And if we look at the minimap there, all three those enemy ships are on Charlie. And we do have an Ochakov just cutting away from Charlie now, close to the Bravo cap. And then we have me, and then the New Orleans, and I believe it's an Iowa on our team, just south of the Charlie cap, hugging that island just south of Charlie. So we managed to finish capping Alpha here. I won't bore you guys with me traversing the map here to try and get closer to the action. So I'll see you once we get into the thick of things. Alright, so now we're back, and we can see we nearly got shot at the Iowa there. He is pretty low health, and luckily our Iowa manages to finish him off. So that only leaves the New Orleans. So in case you guys were wondering, by the time I got here, both those there were three ships left before we left off, and now there's only one left. So yeah, the team New Orleans and the Iowa teamed up, and they managed to get rid of most of the ships. But now we finally are within range of this New Orleans, and now we can finally start peppering him with some AP in the broadside. He is currently reversing away from us, but we managed to clip him with a Citadel there. And now we're just checking how many of which ships of ours are left, and then this should be the very last salvo at the New Orleans. And can we snatch the kill here? Let's see. Looks that way. And yes, we managed to kill the New Orleans at the end there. Alright, that brings us to the end of this battle in the Pyotr Bagration on the map Land of Fire. Alright. We managed to finish off the match there close to 90,000 damage. We got 3 kills there and a base XP of 2011 for a very nice match in the Pyotr Bagration. I hope you guys enjoyed this video showcasing just the P-Bag is not that bad of a cruiser, and now that it's got radar after its buff, it's a very, very decent cruiser. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.